तो यूनिट 5 समझ लिए हैं, अब यूनिट 6 करेंगे। MCS 201 का ब्लॉक 2 का यूनिट 6, ठीक है। तो यूनिट 6 में क्या है, स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन इन सी में स्ट्रक्चर एंड यूनियन क्या होता है, डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, एक्सेसिंग ऑफ मेंबर ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, इनिशियलाइजिंग स्ट्रक्चर वेरिएबल, स्ट्रक्चर एज फंक्शन आर्ग्यूमेंट, स्ट्रक्चर एंड एरेज, यूनियन, इंस्टॉलिंग एन यूनियन and accessing the member of an union summary and अच्छा, तो स्ट्रक्चर का क्या रोल है। So we have seen so far how to store number, character, string and even large set of these primitive using arrays. But what if we want to store collection of different kind of data that are somehow related? For example, a file about an employee will probably have his or her name, age, the hour of work, salary, etc. Physically, all of that is usually stored in someone's filing cabinet. In programming, if you have lots of related information, you group it together in an organized fashion. Let's say you have a group of employee and you want to make a database. It just wouldn't do to tons of loose variables hanging all the people. Okay, structure is commonly defined as a user-friendly data type. C structure allowed you to store multiple variables of a type in a place. A structure can contain of C data type including array and other structure. Each variable within a structure is called a member of a structure. They can hold any number of variables and you can make array structure. This flexibility makes structure useful. Okay, after going through unit, you should be able to declare and initialize the member of structure, access the member of structure. Declare and initialize the member of structure, access the member of structure, pass the structure as function argument, declare the array of structure, all these. Okay, structure का declaration, to declare and storage structure. To declare a structure, you must have to start with the keyword struct, followed by the structure name or structure tag, and within the braces the list of structure's members variable. Note that structure declaration does not actually create a variable. The syntax for the structure declaration is as follows: struct structure tag, data type valuable, data type variable 1 2 3. Okay, so उसको लिखने का क्या है? For example, consider the student database in which each student has a roll number, name and course and the marks obtained. Hence, to group this data with a structure tag as students, we can have to declare the structure as student struct keyword name, ठीक है, structure tag name, int data type roll number, name 20, char name 20, char course 20, int obtain declare किया है. The point you need to remember that this is still no time to allocate it to the structure. This is only the definition of structure that tells us that there exists a user defined data type by the name of student which is composed by the following member. Using this structure type, we have to create a structure variable. Consider that example of declaring and defining a structure for the telephone billing. With this instance, struct telephone tel 1 tel 2 tel 3. Accessing the member of structure. Individual structure member can be used like variables. Sometimes structure members are accessed using the structure member operator dot, and also called the dot operator. Okay, dot operator. Between the structure name and the member name, the syntax for accessing the member of the structure is structure variable dot member name. Struct coordinate int x and y. Thus, to have the structure name refer to the coordinate x equal to y. Okay, first dot x and first dot y. Print x and y. अच्छा, प्रोग्राम टू स्टोर एंड रिट्रीव द वैल्यूज फ्रॉम स्टूडेंट स्ट्रक्चर, स्ट्रक्चर से स्ट्रक्ट कीवर्ड निकला है. Okay. Include studio structure and student in this name character marks often main student S1. Enter the roll number S1. Enter the S1 dot roll number. Student S1. Okay. S1 dot roll number. S1 dot name. S1 dot course and as follows. Okay. समझ गए. Initializing structure variable like other C variable type structure can be initialized when they are declared. This procedure is similar to that for initializing array. The structure declaration is followed by an equal sign and a list of initialization values in commas and include braces. Struct cell my cell. This statement performs the following initialization: the structure member myself and the structure member myself buyer what contact if initializing to the structure member myself item. Structure as function argument. Okay. Structure as function argument. C is structured program language and the basic concept in it is the modularity of the program. The concept of supported by program C. अच्छा, स्ट्रक्चर एज अ फंक्शन आर्ग्यूमेंट्स ना देखते हैं किस तरह से जाता है. Program to demonstrate passing a structure of a function. Include stated declare or define a structure. इससे structure data आपको define कर दिए हैं and main and void print. ठीक है. Okay, struct data. Structure an array. Thus far we have studied as to how to data heterogeneous nature. In simply, the temp is an array of 20 elements where each element of the type integer and return homogeneous type. Now in the same element to insert a bit further struct student 20. It means that stud is an array of 20 elements where each element is on the type struct 0 and roll number struct 1 dot roll number. Write a program to read and display data for 20 people. A program to read and print data for include struct student curly bracket name course and name struct student stud unions. Structure are a way to grouping homogeneous data together, but it is often happen that any time we require only one of member data. For example, in case of support price of share, you require only the latest quotation. यूनियन का क्या है? यूनियन का टैग और यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेनेशन. यूनियन कैन बी डिक्लेयर यूजिंग सिंटेक्स. ओके. यूनियन टेम्प. अच्छा, यूनियन लग रहा है. Accessing initializing union data type care this instructions accessing the member of कैसे इसको access करते हैं. Include studio data main union struct and all of these. पॉइंट उसके बाद पॉइंटर है, ठीक है। एक्सेसिंग द मेंबर ऑफ यूनियन, individual union member can be used in the same way of the structure member by using the member operator or dot। अच्छा इसका भी dot है। however there is an important difference in accessing the union member like okay। समझ में तो आया, लेकिन इसका कोड मतलब लिखने आना चाहिए, थोड़ा उसका समझ होना चाहिए, देन सब ठीक होगा। देख लेते हैं यहाँ पे कैसा है। Declaration of a structure. A structure is a collection of different type of variable grouped together under one name. Structure is a collection of different type of variables grouped together under one name. We use the struct keyword to declare a structure, right? ठीक है। Initializing a structure. After declaring a structure, we can create variables of that. Okay. After declaring a structure, we can create variable of this structure type. Accessing the member, we use dot operator. करेक्ट, सही है। डिक्लेयर इंस्ट्रक्शन स्ट्रक्चर स्ट्रक्ट कीवर्ड, क्रिएट वेरिएबल स्ट्रक्ट स्टूडेंट का S1, इनिशियलाइजेशन S1 में ये, एक्सेस मेंबर S1 डॉट रोल नंबर लाइक दिस। Two ways to pass structure to function, pass by value and pass by pointer। Two ways to pass structure to function, pass by value, normal way, pass the whole structure as a parameter, pass by value. Two ways to pass structure, pass by value, normal way, pass the whole structure as a parameter. The function gets a copy of the structure. Changes inside function do not affect the original structure, pass by pointer. Pass the address of the structure using pointers. Allow the functions to directly modify the original structure. Why pass structure to functions? To make code more organized, to make complex data easily, to avoid passing many separate variables. Structure and arrays in C। एक सेकंड, टू वे पासिंग स्ट्रक्चर एक बार फिर से देखते हैं। पास बाय वैल्यू एंड पास बाय पॉइंटर, नॉर्मल वे, एडवांस्ड। पास द होल स्ट्रक्चर एज अ पैरामीटर, द फंक्शन गेट्स अ कॉपी ऑफ द इंस्ट्रक्शन। ओके, चेंजेस इनसाइड फंक्शन डू नॉट अफेक्ट द ओरिजिनल स्ट्रक्चर, ठीक है। पास द एड्रेस ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर यूजिंग पॉइंटर, अलाउ द फंक्शन डायरेक्टली मॉडिफाई द ओरिजिनल स्ट्रक्चर। Structure and arrays in C. A structure groups different type of data together for one entity. A structure groups different types of data together for an entity. But usually we don't deal with just one entities. We may have many students. Structure and arrays in C. A structure groups different type of data together for one entity, but usually we don't deal with just one entity. We may have many students, so we need to store multiple structure. This is done using an array of string. A structure groups different type of data together for one entity, but usually we don't deal with just one entity. We may have many students, so we need to store multiple structure. This is done using an array of structures store data for one object. Array of structures store data for multiple objects. Store data for one object, store data for multiple objects. Multiple programs, simple, plain and easy. Union in C. Union is almost like a structure but with a key difference in memory. In structure, each member gets his own memory. In union, all members share the same memory space. And in union, all members in union, all members share the same memory space. इसको ध्यान से समझना पड़ेगा, मतलब ठीक है. In union, all members share the same memory space. एंड उसमें क्या हो रहा था कि सबके लिए उसका मेमोरी स्पेस अलग था. एंड यहाँ पे we need to store multiple structure. This is done by using an array structure. Usually we don't deal with just one entity. We have many students. Summary: once data of store data for one object and store data for multiple objects. Now, why useful when you need to store only one value at the time among multiple options? Saves money because only the largest member size is allocated. Example: storing different types of data for the same item, but only one type of needed at the same time. Declaration of union are declared just like structure using the union keyword. Main difference between a structure and union: each member has its own memory and all members share the same memory. Total size: sum of all member size of largest number. All member can hold value at the same time. Only one member holds a value at a time. Initialization a union: just like a structure, you can initialize a union where you declare accessing the member, इसको भी डॉट से. तो इसका कोड को अलग से पढ़ना पड़ेगा. कोई भी दूसरे रिसोर्सेज से हम लोग समझने के लिए पढ़ सकते हैं. बाकी थियोरेटिकल वे एक्सप्लेनेशन हो गया.